The reason why he's called Mordechai a Yehudi, because what defines a Jew? What defines a Yehudi? A Yehudi, a Jew, is a person that does not get intimidated by the culture of the world. A Yehudi is not a person that puts his weapons down, which is tefillah and Torah. We don't put our weapons down. We never bend for the culture of the world. We don't get intimidated by the goyim and whatever the world tells us. Jews, a Yehudi, definition of a Jew is loyalty to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. A Yehudi is loyal to the Torah. A person that's loyal to Hashem in our generation. A person that keeps Shabbat, puts on tefillin, says berachot. A person that puts on tzitzit. A person that tries to do what's best in our generation is a Yehudi that defines a Jew. Any girl that dresses betzniut in our generation is Yarda Yehudiya, you are a Jew. And that's what the Megillah always said, Mordechai Yehudi. Mordechai Yehudi, to emphasize that point that even though Mordechai was able to avoid Haman, even though he was able to stay home, he went in front of his face to show him that he's not intimidated and he will fight back. And ultimately, Rabbatai, Mordechai is the one that beat Haman, and Haman is the one that got killed. We see the same thing, Rabbatai, by Yehuda. We see the same thing by Yosef HaTzadik. Yosef HaTzadik, although Eshet Potiphar at the time enticed him to sin, Yosef HaTzadik told her, how can I sin? I come from Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. There's no way I can do it. And when Paro pulled him out of jail and told him to interpret his dream, Yosef HaTzadik always gave credit to Hashem. He told Paro, oh, I don't know how to interpret dreams. Elokim, it's Elokim. Everything is Hashem. He always talked about Hashem. Hashem was always on his tongue and his lips, like the man just says. Yosef HaTzadik never hid his identity as a Jew. He was proud of being a Yehudi. He always stood up for Hashem. He always mentioned him. And because although Yosef HaTzadik was in jail, in exile with Paro, because he always mentioned God, he always mentioned Hashem, he wasn't ashamed of being Jewish. He was proud of being a Jew. He always talked about Hashem, always talked about Emunah B'tachon. He always said how Hashem runs the world. Even in front of Paro, he said it. Because that he was zachet to be the prince of Egypt. Mordechai also. Mordechai didn't get intimidated, not by Achashverosh, not by Haman. He fought and he fought for the truth. He fought what's right, and he says, we are Jews. We're not going to bend down to Haman. We're not giving in. We're not selling the Torah for you. We're going to fight till our death for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We're going to fight till death for Torah mitzvot. Mordechai ended up on top. And Rabbatai, on a smaller scale, any person in their life, you never get intimidated from what's going around you. Always stand up for what's right. And even if the Yetzer Hara in your personal life tells you to calm down, give in, it's never going to happen, you're never going to grow. You have to stand up and tell the Yetzer Hara, Ani Yehudi, I'm a Jew. What do you mean I'm giving in? I would never give in. I have a Jewish neshama. So no matter what happened in the past, I'm always going to stand up strong and do the right thing and serve Hashem. So even if somebody sinned in the past, I still have a neshama Yehudit. Don't let the Yetzer Hara intimidate you. Haman, Amalek, Yetzer Hara, Satan are all together. Haman comes from Amalek. Amalek is the Yetzer Hara. Yetzer Hara is the Nachash with Adam and Chava. The Yetzer Hara tries to pull you down and tells you, give up on Judaism. Give up Torah. It's never going to happen. Give in. Come on. Enough already. Destroy yourself. You have to tell yourself, Mordechai, Ha-Yehudi, I am a Jew. I'm going to stand up strong. I will never compromise. I'm a neshama. HaKadosh Baruch Hu always awaits for me to come back. And if you have friends around you and you're in places where they're intimidating you not to wear a yarmulke, not to put on tzitzit, don't be ashamed of yourself. Be proud what it means to be a Jew. Always stand tall. You are a Yehudi. Learn from Mordechai a Yehudi that when you're in exile, you should always emphasize the Jew part even more. And the reason why we're called Yehudim, even though we don't come from Shevet Yehuda, it's to remind us that we always want Yehuda to come back, meaning we want Mashiach to come back. That's what we are called Yehudim, meaning to remind yourself of Melech Yehuda, of Melech HaMashiach that would come from Yehuda. And that's what we're called Jews. Every Jew is a Jew no matter what. But make sure to bring the Jewness out of you. Bring the Yehudi out of you. Be proud of who you are. Stand up for what's right.